Grand Rising, everyone. It's good to see you. God works with divine timing. You could reflect on your everyday life experience and you'll realize that things come to you, assistance comes to you, things just happen to work out in divine timing. Many people are waiting with excitement for the 3 days of darkness. And the 3 days of darkness is going to arrive in God's divine timing. What happens for the individual happens for the collective. It's the same energy theme. And in today's lesson, we're going to be breaking down our everyday life experience and how God has come in, especially since 2020. That's when the spiritual war all started. And you're witnessing that things are coming in divine timing, almost it feels like the last second. We're just swooping in and God is sending you the assistance, or the things just happen to fall right in place. At the moment, it feels like you have run out of time. Linear time is fake anyway. Please smash the like button as you're coming in. It's going to really help others find this message. We're going to be talking about how God works in divine timing. We're going to go over the past few years and how things have come in, how the Holy Spirit fire just fills your body. Yeah, the Holy Spirit fire just comes in divine timing, and it starts to purify yourself. It purifies your body. It starts to purify things that are part of your everyday life experience. And we're going to be breaking down how what happens for you happens for the collective. Many people ask, what are the 3 days of darkness? I will be breaking down both versions of the 3 days of darkness, and maybe there's stuff that you would like to add on to the 3 days of darkness. And either way, however the 3 days of darkness does play out, it's here to cleanse us like the Holy Spirit fire. The Holy Spirit fire actually cleanses you, but the whole collective, the whole world, if you will, needs to be purged. It needs to be cleansed, and the fire is the purifier, and that Holy Spirit fire is coming. So please, again, just take a second to click the like button. It's really helpful for others to find this message. And let's take a moment with the love bowl to purify ourselves so that we can be prepared for what's about to happen. Everything works on divine timing, and linear time is fake. I was thinking to myself last night, what am I going to share? Our community is growing exponentially by the second, and it's also because of all of you. Everyone is coming onto this channel in divine timing. It didn't happen before, and it didn't happen too late. It's happening on divine timing. So we gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please just take a second to click the like button. It's very helpful for the algorithm so that others will pick up this message. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. And when you click subscribe, that's also very helpful for the channel. If you'd like to join our Patreon, we have more uncensored content. We have live Zoom meetings, behind the scene events. I'll be posting something on Patreon later today. And if you would like to support this work and the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. God always works on divine timing. It happens just at the right moment. Many people are aware that this reset of the world will happen with 3 days of darkness. And as we go through this video today, I will be explaining both versions of the 3 days of darkness. They actually can happen simultaneously. We also have to keep in mind that it happens energetically before it happens physically. If there are people that are listening to this message right now and you just think that the spiritual realm or energy is just spiritual wackadoo stuff, you're not going to really be able to navigate this time without faith in God, without an understanding of that there are things that are happening on an energetic level, and then they manifest physically. Once again, it happens on an energetic level first, and then it happens physically. The mainstream life, if you will. God always works with divine timing. You're feeling time is running out, and at the last second, something happens. This has been the way since 2020. Many of you, if you're listening to this message and you have examples you would like to share in the comments, please write them in the comments. So many times, I felt like, maybe the walls were closing in. I'm running out. I'm like waiting. You're kind of like, we need something to open up. It's got to open up. It's got to open up. And then all of a sudden we have a parting of the sea. The sea just parts for us. And then we have that clear path. And it happens when it feels to us. Remember, we're operating out of a human vessel. We're operating with an ego as well. And we want to stay protected. But it just happens at that right moment. And all of a sudden, the sea just parts. At the individual level, we witness these things. When we share about the 3 days of darkness for the collective level, it's the same. When it feels like time is out, we have no more time, it's the end of regulation, then we have a splitting of the sea so we could get into overtime. Many times on my journey, this has been the way since 2020. This has been the way for me since 2020. I felt like time is running out. And all of a sudden, things happen at the last second. What is good for the individual is relevant for the collective. Nobody can know the day or time so that the enemy may be caught unprepared. There are people that are trying to prevent you from becoming the person that you came here to be. And there are people that are trying to prevent our collective from rising up into the fifth dimension so that we could all live on heaven on earth. And you'll see these creatures, you see all these people conspiring, but this is happening on an energetic level. For we do not fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities, and we have to identify this energy. And that's why a lot of things on your journey, and that's why the 3 days of darkness, no one can know the day or time, but it will happen on divine timing. And the reason for this is so that the enemy will be caught unprepared. So many times on my journey, we could reflect on our journeys. I could think about, the time when there was a lot of uncertainty in my matrix job and what was really going to happen. If I let go and I said, God is just going to take care of it in divine timing, I had to get this work done, for all of you and for where we're going. This is the real school. This is the real teaching, not the matrix teaching. And, we didn't know, are we going to be forced to take a bioweapon to hold our job? Are we going to be free from the shackles of the matrix job? There was so much confusion for weeks and my body didn't feel so good. But then eventually the truth was revealed. We all have to ask, may the truth be revealed, and the revealing of the truth will come to us. On a daily basis, I ask God to reveal the truth to me so I could have that clear vision. And if we keep putting out there that the truth will be revealed to us, it will come. And you know what? It wasn't an easy journey for me. I'm still living a common everyday life, just like everyone else. And I have to navigate the matrix with matrix things, right? And, you know, as, you know, being say, for example, on my journey, being a science teacher in the matrix schools, you had a guaranteed job. You had every 2 weeks, the paycheck was coming in. But all of a sudden, the paychecks weren't coming in anymore. And we see a full-blown war right in front of our face. And that's what's happening to the collective. So maybe you're going through a similar thing right now. And you feel the squeeze. They're trying to squeeze people so that they will be desperate and get them to maybe put an experiment inside of them against their free will so they could get a job to get money. Lion Teach Order 1, thank you so much for the support. Lion Teach writes, feel your way through. Yeah, feel your way through. That's beautiful, Lion Teach. There's also a video on clairsentience on the channel page. You could go to the channel page. One of the most important videos. You're going to have to use clairsentience in the end days. And just in divine timing, all of a sudden, you know, the channel, certain opportunities started to open up in divine timing. Again, we're going through another wave right now. Now the collective actually needs to hear this message, because in 2023, we're going to have unbelievable events, even though people gaslight and shame you about the event. And you could say hello to all the trolls. How you doing? We're going to keep going, because God has given me the authority to trample serpents. The Holy Spirit fire is here. And you could write it in the chat, you could write it in the comments that God has given us the authority to trample serpents. And you feel the darkness, you feel the demonic vibes of this world. This is a matrix world. And you could remember that you have the light of Christ within you, and you are not from this world. You're just having to operate out of this world. This is a prison break. Prison break. And we're breaking our brothers and sisters out of prison. So we actually came down into this plane of existence to break our brothers and sisters out of here. Many different high vibrational beings. You know, the star seeds are here, the indigos are here, even the archangels are here. And we all picked up a physical vessel, and we came here to get the work done. And the serpents will come to try to throw you off your path. But in divine timing, God sends the Holy Spirit fire to purify all the trash out of your way. It's a parting of the sea moment. And what happens for the individual, so you could see this in your individual, you're hearing this message and you say, yeah, this has happened many times over the past few years. All of a sudden in divine timing, where I felt time was running out, I felt I ran out of time, all of a sudden God parts the sea. There's a parting of the sea moment in divine timing. We've broken down the individual path, and remember, you become the change you want to see in the world. Lynn Roberts, you're the miracle. Lynn, thank you so much for that support. I appreciate you. Lynn writes, when you see miracles, you can never go back. Yeah. Once you have seen the truth, you could never go back. You can never go back again. Rebecca Sutherland, thank you so much for the support, Rebecca. I appreciate you, Rebecca. Once you see, you could never unsee. We're going to send out the love vibration to purify us with the Holy Spirit fire. Yeah, we're being resurrected. Our entire lives are being resurrected. If we ask God for the purification fire of the truth, which is the highest state, which is the light, In this dimension, it's kind of resulting or it manifests itself as thermal energy, the fire of the Holy Spirit. And it burns through, it purifies all the impurities maybe within your body, the impurities of things of your everyday life. All of a sudden they get burnt up and they dissipate. They turn to dust and they get out of the way. Get out of the way, boy. Tell them, get out of the way. We're prepared for the 3 days of darkness, and we're going to be breaking this down. Jane, thank you so much for the support. I love you, Jane. I love you, Jane. You are a warrior of Christ, and you're prepared for the world after the 3 days of darkness. You're preparing in the now moment. The Lion, 999 completion. I love you, Lion. The Lion writes, Michael, I'm going through exactly what you described right now. I jumped into the deep end of living out of the matrix, and there is a rough adjustment phase that gets a little better every day. Yes, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that, The Lion. And in my journey, I have to go get ready for the next step. And, you know, once again, I have this fear, I have this anxiety, but you know, I have to reflect back on the last times, and I could say to myself, you know what, in the past when I took the leap of faith, God was there to catch me. And now I have to reflect that, you know, you just want comfort at this time, but you're going through accelerated things in a short period of time. You're going to be in the right place at the right moment. Your warriors, your lions, please smash the like button if you're a lion, if you're a warrior of Christ. And before we get into the 3 days of darkness, manifesting in reality, you have to activate yourself. You have to purify yourself. So let's do this now and focus on this. Once you have realized there is nothing left, you will fight. God is preparing an army to lead the world post the 3 days of darkness. And I'm going to be breaking down both versions of the 3 days of darkness. And I want you to also, you could share in the chat, you could share in the comments your take on the 3 days of darkness. For years and years, right now, I've been sharing on this channel. Once you have realized there is nothing left, you will fight. Yeah. There's a beautiful moment when you come to that realization, there's nothing left. Do you ever get to that point in your life, you say, there's nothing left. And God is putting you in that feeling, right? You're running out of time, so that you just say, you know what? Let's just get going. You say, screw it. Let's go. Let's do what was inside of my soul. Many of you are getting this message right now. You're afraid to take the leap of faith. And it's not your fault. We've been programmed by the matrix. You have these serpents that slither into your life. They try to gaslight you, mock and shame you, put self-doubt in your mind. and you reach that place of, I feel and I realize there is nothing left. You don't want to live in a fake world. That's why this world, it's fake. And it's going to be burnt down to ashes so a new earth, a new reality can be built. And serpents will slither in, but you have the authority to trample serpents. There will be a new world after the 3 days of darkness. Now, some people are still tuning in. If you're still here and you haven't been triggered, that's good. That's good. There's so many, we're reaching such a wide audience, so I get to look at all the comments and I see the different walks of life that are out there. If you're still here, you're going to be okay, kid. 3 days of darkness to reset the world. Many of you know that there's actually dueling resets going on. God is like reaching the finger down to press the reset button. The slithering serpents also we are. Two resets, side by side, a spiritual war. Human. And two sets of energies. All different types of people. We are the Rainbow Warriors. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, Mike. Mike writes, Michael, I just experienced the miracle. I fall back asleep after 9 a.m. For the first time in several years, I went deep like I never did before. Yeah, sometimes when you reach those deep sleep moments, you're actually doing some deep healing. So one version of the 3 days of darkness, and again, if you're just stumbling into the live stream, just take a second to click the like button. It's really helping so many people find this video today. One version of the 3 days of darkness is that there will be no internet and there will be no TV for 3 days. Can you imagine what it will do to people that are under heavy mind control? But it's a detoxification. Some people, you go through heavy detox. That's why you need to start making the changes now. Start detoxing from television. Start detoxing from social media now. And you could say to yourself, well, why is it so important that mainstream media and internet go down for 3 days? And the reason is so that people can detox subconscious programming, also known as satanic mind control frequencies. If you're new to this, there's actually a documentary called John Carpenter's They Live. You should watch that video and then come back. If you say, this guy's kind of sounding far out there, look at John Carpenter's They Live. And you could break free of the mind control. We have to detox and purge. We're doing this on a daily. C.A. Hummingbird writes, the greatest movie ever. It's true. If there is a video, like a lot of you know about The Matrix, but if you want a video that really shows us what's happening right now, John Carpenter's They Live. Yeah, you could see satanic demons walking amongst us. You could see that the mind control of TV has to come down. There are deep underground military bases and tunnels in John Carpenter's They Live. Yeah, pull up John Carpenter's They Live. You're going to learn about what's going on. And the main idea at the end of John Carpenter's They Live, they had to take out the television to break the mind control spell so that people could be free. Yeah. And the reason why it's so important for the 3 days of darkness, say, to manifest that way is so that people can detox and purge. When you turn on the TV, and I've been disconnected for years now, but some people, it might be a difficult detox. But it has to come down so people could just find their brothers and sisters. There's a lot of fear on the TV. There's a lot of things that get people to fight each other on TV. It's all subconscious programming. So we have to detox from the TV. We have to detox from even the social media stuff. If you're learning something new, please just take a second to click the like button. Again, look at all the people that are coming on right now. A few years back, I find it funny. Some of you might find this funny as well. A few years back, there's a failing platform. It's a failing social media platform powered by Meta. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's called Facebook. And a few years ago, Facebook went down and people were calling 911. I can't get on Facebook. Oh, look at that, 777, right on Divine. Look at that. I look up, I see 777. Yeah. No, a few years ago, and you might be hearing this story. This is a true story. And what makes it very funny is that it's true. Years ago, people called 911 when Facebook went down. So, you know, this is really it's really showing us, you know, the grip of the mind control, the grip of that. It's like that you need that hit of social media. People will be lost without it. People will be lost without the mainstream controllers telling them what to do. Oh, people lost. They say, oh, I need you to tell me how to live my life. And they might be lost for a couple of days. But just like anything else, some people, I know there's many people on this channel. If you have quit if you quit alcohol, you could share with others. If you quit cigarettes or vaping, you could share it with others. And there's a detoxification period. And please share in the comments. It was maybe difficult for you to detox alcohol, or cigarettes or vaping. Now people have to detox satanic mind control frequencies. And it's difficult. Corwin, I love you, brother. Thanks for always being here. I appreciate you, Corwin. Corwin writes, when he forced his friend to put the glasses on to see the unseen. Tremendous. Yeah, check out They Live. They Live shows us about the spiritual awakening journey. Like when I look at the comments, I'm here to expand consciousness. This is a self-empowerment channel. If you're here to become self-empowered, you do it yourself, this channel is for you. If you're here for BS, this channel is probably not for you, and that's okay. We didn't come here to be popular. We came here to be authentic. In the movie They Live, I don't want to ruin it for those that didn't see it, but this will probably inspire you. If you're on the spiritual awakening journey, you got to watch They Live. And he said, put the glasses on so you could see these satanic people walking around. No, I don't want to put, and they were fighting each other. It was actually one of the best movie fights ever. Roddy Piper, he's up in heaven right now. But you know, check it out. The friend didn't want to put the glasses on. He fought his friend. No, I don't want. And then he put the glasses on. He said, holy shift. Look at all that satanic trash out there. Look at all that fake stuff out there. Oh, look at that fake newscaster up there. Oh, look at that person in the bank. Remember the scene in the bank, the satanic people behind the bank? Remember that scene? I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. Remember that? Yeah, they were teaching you the truth. Yeah, you got to check out. I even, on the channel page, I have more on John Carpenter's They Live. So the 3 days of darkness, as per the internet going out, as per the TV going out, the main idea is to cleanse the pineal gland. It's to cleanse people of the subconscious programming, also known as mind control frequencies. It breaks the programming spells. It takes a lot to, you like that? It takes a lot to detox. On your journey, you might be detoxing. We all have to really detox. Like even myself, I start the day off many days eating bananas, having a banana smoothie to help cleanse my body. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. Mike writes, the movie Ready Player One predicted the metaverse. Tremendous metaphysical. Yeah, I never saw that one, Metaphysical Mike. I'll check that one out. If you like the spiritual awakening journey and you understand predictive programming, it is important to watch these movies so you could see what's happening ahead of time. Some people will never see it coming, but you're going to see it coming. What is the other version of the 3 days of darkness? Energetically, we're going through the great solar flash, and we're amping up for the grand solar flash event. Could wipe out a lot of what's going on in this world, that grand solar flash event. The solar flash is more like solar flashes. We've already had major solar flashes, and we've seen the evidence in the Schumann resonance. So we have either major spikes. The Schumann resonance went off the chart back in December of 2020. We've had major blackouts in the Schumann resonance, right? We just had a major one in September of this year. So we have that evidence. But the biblical 3 days of darkness, the sun goes dark for 3 days. And it's going up. What that represents is the sun going up another octave. We have to remember, as humans, doesn't mean the sun is not there anymore. I know this concept is very difficult. Men's hearts will fail them for fear. You could see things that you maybe never seen or experienced in your life, and we're going through that major event right now. It's a major shift. So it's like a time period where it's going up another octave. As the sun is changing, it's leveling up. You're seeing the sun and the frequency of the sun changing right now. Well, we could have that moment in time of 3 days, that period where the sun resets and it comes back up even stronger than before. And we could experience a lot of changes. Now, we can reflect in the past. Please smash the like button if you're learning something new. This is a very powerful message, and I'm so grateful. There are so many people that are sharing these messages. Just take the time to share this message. People will get the authentic. A lot of people, they just talk about the 3 days of darkness, maybe some fear, maybe some misinformation, but we're presenting from a place of authenticity, and we really have to get that out to the people. Now, how can the 3 days of darkness, say, maybe from a solar event, be connected to the 3 days of darkness in the physical realm, meaning the internet goes down and the television goes down? Some of you are familiar with the Carrington event, right? Remember, in the past when we had these major solar flares, we didn't have the infrastructure that we did today. So if we have another Carrington event, a Carrington level event, that can be connected to the internet, all of these grids going down for a short period of time. And that's really, God sending us the cleansing, that Holy Spirit fire, because most of, not everything, don't paint everything with a broad brush, most of TV, most of mainstream social media is not serving the greatest purpose for the people. So, that is actually how we could have that biblical 3 days of darkness. We could have a solar event, and that solar event will kind of knock out mainstream TV, mainstream social media. A lot of people struggled. Please, and again, as you stumble in, just take a second to click the like button. We're going to have over 1,000 people on this live stream today. A lot of people, back in 2020, I want you to reflect back in 2020. 2020 really, it really changed a lot of people. You detoxed and purged a lot of, maybe bad habits from the matrix, things from the matrix that don't resonate with you any longer. It wasn't a big deal for me because I did the changes ahead of time. I was already doing hikes. A lot of you, you've been on the channel with me for a while. I go out in nature, I make a video. But for a while, I was going to these places. And, I was going to all of these beautiful either hikes, get out in nature, ground. I had these routines and rituals. I had these practices already part of my life. When 2020 happened, it was actually a beautiful time period. A lot of people didn't look at 2020 as a beautiful time period because they were so maybe involved with the Matrix. When everything was, closed down, I was doing my hiking, and people struggled with it. Oh, I can't go to the club no more. I can't go out on Friday to drink my Al Ghul. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, we try to go live every Friday night because we don't go out for happy hour to drink Al Ghul anymore. We're actually expanding consciousness on Friday Night Live. Every Friday night, it's good to see everyone. And I'll be that beacon of light for people that are breaking free. We actually had the most people on Friday night last week, so maybe we can do that again this week. That's great. And I'm teaching you how to start new routines and rituals without the Matrix. Andrew Porter, thank you so much for the support. Andrew writes, never had a year as bad as 2022. So much trauma, and we lost our retriever at the age of 5 with lymphoma. I am more awake than I have ever been before. Thank you for sharing that, Andrew. I'm sorry for the loss of your dog. And I'm also here to share with you, Andrew, 2022, it really happened at the very end of 2021 that segued. Remember, linear time is fake, so, December is when it really started for me, and it went right into 2022. I never went through as many trials and tribulations as I did in 2022. But it purified me. The Holy Spirit fire is purifying. You could feel the steam. You might be able to pick up on it. Yeah, the heat is rising. Can you feel the heat? It's right. Look at that. It's divine timing. The heat just went on. The heat is just, it's purifying you in divine timing. 2022 was the Holy Spirit fire purifying us to be spiritual leaders after the 3 days of darkness, a massive reset of the world. People will be looking for you. They say, what's going on? All this stuff is fake? What's going on? Yeah, it's burning. Yeah, if you have the Holy Spirit fire, shoot those flames in the chat right now. It's being purified right now. In divine timing, everything is happening. And, we need the heat to defrost us. Yeah, we need the heat to defrost us sometimes. Because, I made a video yesterday, and you guys will see it all soon, at a frozen lake. It got so cold here, the lake froze over. And I'll be posting some behind-the-scene footage on Patreon as well. And, we are being activated in divine timing. So, think of being defrosted, right? You're being activated, or things that laid dormant. You have laid dormant. You've been walking around this world. You had these divine powers. It's in your DNA. So you're going through the DNA activation. Some people are familiar with this spiritual awakening. Some people are new to this. They think that DNA activation is just some spiritual term. It's some wackadoo stuff. No, your DNA is being activated because you didn't have junk DNA. And it's coming back online. And you are activating right now. It's a divine moment for you. So when we go through these activations, I know a lot of people we can't focus. This is a self-empowerment channel, and you could write self-empowerment in the chat right now so others will see it. A lot of people, they get, they're only absorbed in the fear. They see the 3 days of darkness, they might get anxiety. They hear about these dormant things underneath the ground. Yeah. You know about the dormant things underneath the ground that might come up to the surface? You don't have to be fearful of these things. Because if these things are being activated, then the warrior inside of you will be activated. A few years ago, I shared a video, Spiritual Warfare in the End Days. And I shared about my journey and how I knew I was here for a purpose ever since I was a boy, and some of you might realize this as well. And I'm actually motivated when I hear about all this. I hear about these demonic forces, all this filth and trash because I realized I didn't get afraid, and I'm here to empower you, to wake you up. This is the organic DNA activation. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. You have to realize, and I realized this when I was on my journey. I said, if these things, if these creatures are real, then so am I. Yeah. What's inside of you, you know it's been there forever. And we're going to activate what's inside of you now. And I want you to realize this, that what's inside of you absolutely is real. Everything is already inside of you. For years, you've been coming across signs, you're a light worker, all these things. You knew stuff since you were a child. And now, as all these energies are picking up right now, you realize, because the truth cannot be told, it could only be realized. You realized that what you thought in your heart was real all along. Ivory Moon, thank you so much for the support. Ivory writes, reclaim your power and call in your God self frequency. Time to power up. Yeah, it's time to power up, baby. Yeah, it's time to power up. So I love each and every one of you. Please take the time to do all the things to get this message out there by clicking the like button, by clicking subscribe if you've never subscribed before, by sharing this link on all platforms. Maybe write a little blurb about it, the 3 days of darkness, and flooding this video with comments. Yes, please leave video. If you're watching on the live stream, you could come back on, write as many comments. What is your take on the 3 days of darkness? I've shared, two main takes on it. We could have it spiritually or energetically or physically. We could merge the two, and that's what we do on this channel. We're merging the two, right? Hemisync, merge the two. Merge the divine, masculine, and feminine. Merge the two. And it's really important that we all wake up to the spiritual warfare going on right now. Ireland's going to be going live. She's going to be talking about satanic trash that you come across on your everyday life experience. And you have to put on the full armor of God. I want you, each and every one of you, to focus on this. You have been given the authority by God to trample serpents, and you're going to see these things, but you can't be afraid of them. The 3 days of darkness is coming, and absolutely nothing can stop this. Absolutely nothing. I love you all. I'm grateful for all the support. I'll be doing a post on Patreon once I get off here. The link is in the description for Patreon. Take the time to really boost the algorithms on this by clicking the like button, leaving multiple comments, and share. I can't express to you, when you guys share it on all your platforms. That's how this is growing exponentially in divine timing. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye for now.